It's different today.
What? I don't think people were able to hear the beginning of what you said.
That my coffee tastes different today. You know how?
Hello, Andrick. Hello, everybody. How you doing? Happy Wednesday. The fuck are you talking about?
My coffee tastes magical. No?
I don't think Disney wants your endorsement.
Everyone should want my endorsement.
Wow.
Hendrik, how you doing? Yeah, let me sit up.
I'm sure about that, but as long as you believe it, maybe one day it will happen. You too could be a Disney princess.
No, I don't really feel like a Disney princess.
Wouldn't it be cute if you start singing and birds just come flying your way?
Also, I don't wanna be a Disney princess. I love my parents.
It's true, sorry. That is very true.
I'm just saying.
I did not think of it. Good afternoon, my
Bad
friends.
things
It's been
happen
a pretty average day over here, so no complaints. Nice. How has your day been?
Average day? Is average day?
My day has been great.
How's your week alone going?
I'm glad I got through work. It was work.
Unfortunately, I have to agree with that.
Nah, I was able to catch some stuff. I was able to fix it before it could just keep running like that, so that was good. Other than that, I'm very glad that I'm here now. What made the day so good for you, Jack? Being here now, looking forward to this. Playing video games, getting to spend time with all of you. And of course with Tico.
That's a good reason. I'll be glad when it's weekend.
That. Week alone has been fine. We had D&D yesterday, so I got to hang out with Heather anyway. I do miss the baby though. Just a little bit longer and maybe Morgan can play with you too. I was gonna say the baby, but Morgan.
She's gonna be the ultimate player.
Could be. Hello Evie, how you doing? Were you able to solve that bullshit you had to deal with yesterday? I hope the answer is yes.
Did you get a call back this morning so far? Or did you hear anything in general already today? I think that's the better. Still want a sip of my coffee?
No, I do not want your coffee. Thank you. Because I was smart, I had a coffee before I took a shower.
What's that have to do with being smart?
Because by the time I start streaming with you, the effect of a coffee already kicks in.
I never feel like I get an effect from these coffees. But I also don't drink strong or black. It's like coffee, milk.
Yeah, it's because of the coffee you drink is basically not coffee. I mean, that's fine. It's okay if you prefer that, but you can't really expect to have a coffee effect if you have the equivalent of 2 tablespoons of coffee. It's highly unlikely that with our figures, the effect will be very pronounced.
But I don't really like coffee, so don't tell Ranger.
I got the info from her, it was exactly the obvious shit I expected it to be.
Okay, so nothing...
Here's to it being settled at least. Sorry you had to jump through all of those burning hoops to get to that point, but I'm glad it's solved and I'm glad it wasn't actually something important that you were not aware of yet.
Yeah.
So there's to that at least.
Glad you got to get her on the line.
Bongo taps!
Bongo taps!
How you doing? Happy Wednesday. Do you feel better?
Happy hump day. That's kinky.
No, you can't do that with your face. I'm sorry. No. No.
Whatever.
Please don't. That's not kinky, that's just plain fucking awkward. You know, like those, like...
It's my best smaller.
Do you know those cartoons where like 3 toddlers like sit on each other's shoulders and then put on a coat to pretend to be an adult? And then they try to talk their way into an office or something? that face is that top baby not knowing how to do adult interactions, and they think they have to use their face a lot to convey anything.
Eyebrows are so hard.
Your face, what you're pulling there, looks like someone just accused you of a crime and you know you did it, and like your voice says no, but your face says yes. Put me away for life.
It was me.
Yeah.
You know how annoying it is when you know there are muscles you should be able to move, but you can't. Like, I remember you forcing me to like this free gym tryout one day.
That was amazing.
And the instructor was like, I'm not even sure what we were doing, but he told me to move like muscles here.
Your pectoral muscles.
Yeah. I'm like, what muscles? What makes you think I can move anything? Yeah, like, you can't move that. I'm just saying, it's not...
I mean, you can't really... You can see me do something, but I don't really have muscles.
You're pushing like it. Happy Wednesday as well, Wallace.
Thank you for the lurk. I hope work doesn't suck for you.
Hope you have an awesome day at work. Appreciate the lurk.
Welcome during. Yes.
Kobolds in an overcoat. Let me guess, I'm locked out on Discord.
I still didn't do a browser overlay thing.
What is... I don't know what it is, but my browser locks me out every single day out of Discord. And especially with the two-factor authentication, it is super annoying.
Because you are suspicious as all fuck.
Oh, that is pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, but you know the thing? These kobolds look nothing like a person, and they would be able to get away with like talking to someone pretending to be a human. You pulling that face, you don't.
Kinda looks like dragons.
Yes, they're kobolds.
No, yes. Why is that sus? Ha! Fody Goat is the true kobold. I knew it.
You kobolded yourself.
On to you, Fody. What?
In other news that is actually not suspicious at all. Remember
Which means it's suspicious.
No. Remember how last year we mentioned that we have like some stuff to do for this whole business part because we're Twitch affiliates? Yesterday, we finally got the last step. We got a tax counselor.
Yeah, we got a tax counselor, and this is gonna be like our last stream this week because with what they charge, we're gonna be bankrupt. They ask more than what we get from being an affiliate, basically.
Tax counselors make a ton of money.
Like, holy fucking shit.
And it's not even that we went to one that's like, oh yeah, please, I want the Rolls Royce of tax counseling, because over here, tax counselors charge you based on your income. So they do our taxes, which is nice because I have no fucking clue how to do that.
Also, wait. Andrix just saying it's super well deserved that we go bankrupt. Thank you, buddy. I love you too.
I think it's about the fact that after like 6 months we finally got that sorted, you idiot. Don't worry, Andric, I got exactly how you meant that. Don't let her get to you. She's just trying.
I know what you meant, but it was just very funny timing.
The success is deserved. Well, the success means basically every single cent we have ever technically made, we haven't paid out anything, but every single cent we've made being an affiliate so far will be paid for the tax council. So I guess this is German tax's way of telling you, hey, you have a business and you might be having fun, but if you want to do this for a living, maybe consider something else because you're not making enough.
She was even like, oh, you might want to reconsider and you can still easily get out of this, but if you want to use us,
yeah, it was adorable.
Here.
I give her all the details that she asked me. And I was like, okay, yeah, okay. So I'm gonna send you the offer by email. I'm not gonna tell you numbers now. And once you got the offer, you don't have to sign with us. You can think about it, you can write, you can sleep a night on it. You are free to get a second opinion from someone else. I just want the best of your interest. Yeah, fine,
Yeah.
just send it through.
The best of my wallet. Fuck my interest.
The thing is...
Holy fucking shit.
Yeah, but wait, the thing is, they're not fucking us over. The rates they charge are written in law. The rates they charge are based on your income. Like our individual ones, they're comparatively cheap because we also earn enough to make a living off of it. But if you just started a business, which technically we did, those counseling fees are gonna fuck you up. But I guess
No
it's
wonder
fair.
people don't start businesses.
Yeah, but they need to live off of something too, so I get it. But actually, Evie, you do have a point. Can you write off the cost of the beans? No, because we bought them not through the company accounts, but through our private ones because we're dumb. Maybe in the future. But if I understood this correctly, this is the nice thing in Germany. The fees of your tax counselor can be offset from your taxes.
Yeah, but not
So-
everything, and we don't know how much even.
70% at least.
It might be worth it to do it like once, and then we better get to notice because
Oh,
we'll be streaming and working to pay for the tax counselor.
yes. And you know the funniest thing? I don't care. Like, I'm not doing this to get rich.
I'm not doing it to get rich at all, but I am also not doing it to pay money into it to be able to do it.
So this is the last stream forever. No, honestly, I'm gonna... I already had that talk with Tifa. We're gonna look at how this develops. Because, I mean...
I'll sooner turn off affiliates than
Yes,
stop streaming
exactly.
if it's gonna go like that.
If it's gonna turn out that having the affiliate status is actually gonna end up costing more than it can possibly earn us, then we're just gonna turn that off and just stream normally. Because, like, I'm enjoying this. I'm doing this for my own entertainment. And yours, of course, but... Yeah, I mean...
That actually explains maybe why Nagito swapped his hands. Like, he went to a tax counselor, they took his entire fucking hand, so he had to find another one.
If you're not an affiliate, you can play non-DMCA music and not worry. Well, no, you can still get banned, but you don't really lose anything. I mean, other than your account, no? As far as I know.
They can still kick you after 3 charges, I believe. No
Yeah.
matter your status.
I mean, the only thing you lose, well, the only thing you lose then is your account, no? But
Worst case.
I'm still not gonna stream DMCA stuff.
Okay.
Well, that just goes to show again that Twitch doesn't care about its own rules, but I
But
know...
to be fair, the moment you're bigger, I feel like Twitch doesn't really give a fuck.
Yeah, and I'm happy to call that out because,
Sorry, Twitch.
yeah, I'm happy being here. I'm enjoying this, but you're not playing by your own rules. Sorry.
Appreciating the platform,
Yeah,
but that.
I love what you're doing. That's not perfect. Just saying.
Tomorrow we're banned.
I don't think there's ever been a single person that's been banned from Twitch for criticizing Twitch.
No, I don't think so. Twitch would be very empty if that was the case.
We're just gonna pull a ninja and sign an exclusive deal with Mixer. Oh wait.
I'm sorry, but what he did was still smart.
Yeah.
I don't think he ever needs to work a day in his life anymore.
I don't blame him. If someone would have offered me that deal, I would have taken it. I mean, the people that want to watch me will probably watch me regardless of a website they need to go to. You know, someone offers me a shit ton of money.
Yeah,
I mean, what do I lose?
I'm just saying.
This tax shit is stupid. Let's see how this all
is.
turns out in the end, because like I said, yes, they have to charge us fees, and those do turn out to be quite hefty compared to the income, on that level at least, but I'm pretty sure we can get some of that back, at least to my very basic understanding of taxes.
Well, good thing we're paying her to answer those questions. So.
Yeah, I mean, they're a tax counselor then, so they
I
do have to
believe,
counsel us.
if I understood correctly, it's a set amount for everything you earn under 17,800 bucks a year.
22,000.
So the
as per 2020.
solution is just to earn 22,000 streaming a year.
I don't think we'll ever earn 22,000 a year.
So negative.
I just don't see that happening. I mean, if it happens, I don't mind. I'm not gonna cry about it, but I don't. A, that's not what I'm after. B, I don't think it's likely. And that's fine.
And Evie, that is exactly why I would be a sellout too. Because if I have the option to hide in that tower with you, I would take it in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Gonna build my own tower if I can.
I'll put it right next to your tower. And then every morning we can wave through the window.
Be a dick and put the tower next to the existing one, like slightly to the east, so that you steal their sunlight.
No, that's kind of a dick move.
I know. People do that.
I don't mind sitting in the shadow. I don't really mind the sunlight.
People actually do that.
Oh, if we build a tower right next to Evie's tower, then I want like those walking, connecting bridges. Those are super awesome.
I think the other person has to agree to that.
Evie's fine with it.
You can't just build a tunnel. Well, how do you call those things? Like, it's not a tunnel, but it's above ground. I call them building tunnels. Tifa understands what I mean. Yeah,
those connecting bridges between two buildings, and then you like walk through and look down on everyone below.
I think they're super fancy.
They're really cool.
You really want to live with me? Jeez, Steve.
See, Evie's fine with it. Then we can put everyone there. Then Fody can get a tower with Beth and Andric and Heather and Morgan.
Only if we can call, like, only if we have like a middle room connecting all of them, and the hallways and the connecting room are designed based on fruits.
No.
Never. If you have a chance to go to a grape tower, grape hall, grape house, strawberry tower house, hall, don't. Just don't. If other people have towers, I will feel insignificant. You guys get mansions or something.
I can do with mansions.
That's fine.
I don't even mind an apartment like this. I'm fine with that. Just an extra room would be nice.
Yeah, wouldn't mind that too. A sky bridge is a structure physically connected and supported in its entirety between 2 or more separate buildings, at least 6 floors above ground level. Ooh, a sky bridge.
That sounds so fancy.
That's when you know you made it.
I know, right?
You just randomly build sky bridges.
I would love a sky bridge. Those are so cool.
That's a great name for a secondary channel. Sky bridges.
Just to fuck with you, I'll make like a glass floor in it.
I will never go through that. I will never. I saw a video of that the other day. There is this place in China, of course, where they built this walkway on the side of a mountain, and it's like this steel construction with like these security glass tiles, but there's like a projector underneath every single glass tile that looks like it's cracks when you step on it. People are having panic attacks walking over that thing because they're also built in speakers. So you take a step on the middle of a thing, you hear the sound of glass cracking, you look down, you see the tile breaking. Why the fuck would you do that?
I think that would also fuck with me. Like, if you've ever been like to Paris and you've been in the Eiffel Tower, like on one of the first floors, you also have glass tiles on the floor that you can look down. It's very scratched and dirty, so you can't fully see the ground. But if you just stand on that, your body already has like this fuck experience.
I did that and I started having this fisheye moment, you know, where your vision just goes... Yeah, no.
It's the only time I've ever stepped on like a glass floor kind of thing from what I recall.
Same. Usually I see them from a distance, I go, no, not for me. Enjoy, but no. Sounds fun to me. You can enjoy that for both of us, man. Like, that's fine. It's perfectly fine.
If you're afraid of heights.
I am afraid of heights.
Funnily enough, thinking about it, I am not scared of heights, but we have like this climbing park in the area where you're basically super high up in trees and you climb to other trees and whatnot.
Super high up, 12 feet.
That can be much higher. The beginner course is 12 feet. If you go to the expert ones, it's more than double.
What she left out, of course, you're secured in there with a harness and everything. It's not like you just go free climbing.
Of course you're secured. But like I did that last year with some colleagues and I was shaking standing up there. Like at some point you have to jump down and like jump to those hanging things. Like holy shit. They had to push me off of that thing because I was not jumping.
I went with colleagues a couple weeks after her because like a summer activity thing with work. My colleague had to push me. I mean, he did it out of a place of love, of course, but he had to push me to do that, to take that plunge because...
And Tiger Malix.
Malix, hello.
Cheers.
How you doing? Happy Wednesday. I never had someone come farting in, but I appreciate it.
Something new.
Also, it's not the height that scares me, it's the potential fall. It's also why I hate flying.
Oh, isn't that what...
I know I'm just being fancy about it.
Why people are scared of height? You know, the fear to fall down.
Was the first perfect? Yes, thank you for
That's
that.
very true.
What happened at the end of Danganronpa yesterday, Tifa?
Okay, recap. We entered...
Finished a whole damn chapter yesterday.
Yes, we did. We entered the ruins, went into like this whole freaky scene like back in the past, and Nagito cut his hand
Would you
off
kindly shut the fuck up
and
because you
merged
trying
with
to do a
someone
recap
else?
is making me angry.
But it is a recap.
No.
Finally you did a recap.
So, we had finished the class trial. And after that, we went to bed. After waking up, after spending a whole day being depressed about all the bullshit that happened, we left the cottage being depressed, trying to find out what happened. And we ran into Chiaki, who told us to go have breakfast with everyone because they found something. And Nagito left a message on the laptop, both for whoever it was that actually survived, be it the traitor or the others. And then Gundam and the others...
Basically everyone who died so far.
Yes, pushed us in the direction of, yeah, let's go to the ruins and check them out. Because Nagito also gave us the password to enter the ruins, which surprisingly was 11037, which means nothing to us.
We have no confirmation yet that people can actually see all of them though. So
Yes.
it might be that we're just hallucinating them.
Everything at that point was already glitching the fuck out, which was creepy as fuck. Once we entered the ruins, we were in what looked like trial grounds. And then the next thing that happened is that we were in a classroom in Hope's Peak Academy.
No, you were first on the boat.
No, the next thing that chronologically happened is that we are in a classroom in Hope's Peak Academy. As an intermission, we got to play Chapter 0, which we started and finished, which is a discussion between a mysterious person we didn't see. They were...
Might have been the mastermind.
We were seeing through their eyes, it seems.
Also, everything you said so far is exactly what I said.
If you've been listening up until this point, can you please tell me whether you like her version or mine better and which one is easier to follow? Chapter 0 establishes that Nagito chopped off his left hand and got the left hand of apparently Junko. Tifa. Tifa's easier to follow. Okay. I'll take it. Tifa, your stage. Please continue.
So where did you leave off?
Well, you were listening, weren't you?
Well, no, not really.
That's tough when you gotta start over.
We were in the boat and Nagito was talking to what might have seemed the mastermind, and all of a sudden, bam, big reveal. He had a hand with like bandages and long nails, and it seemed to have been Junko's hand, who was the mastermind from the first game.
It didn't just seem, he flat out said that it was the left hand of the ultimate despair.
Yeah, but we don't know if he's still referring to Junko or not. So basically he chopped off his hand, merged with the ultimate despair, And we don't really know the why or how, because he's fucked up and he wants to be close, and now it's the ultimate hope combined to the ultimate despair. Then we were back in the classroom.
Easier to follow, yeah? Well, you played yourself. Good luck following the story after this.
And then Monokuma made us go through another class investigation to find out its secrets, I believe. Like, no one died, he just told us to go investigate. Now the game is super glitchy and we're going through the rooms we have played in Danganronpa 1. That's basically where we were.
Why are we going through another investigation? Maybe you would like to tell people our motive for doing that.
Wasn't it to find out the secrets? And we've been reading manga for morons that were left through the school and written by Monokuma that explains the history of Hope's Peak Academy.
Monokuma cordially invited us to our graduation. But in order to graduate, we have to investigate the leftover secrets, just like in the first game. And if we can do that, we get to graduate. You know, it's kind of important to tell people why we're doing things.
That's a good detail.
I know. You also left out the single most important thing we learned yesterday.
The manga for morons?
No, I don't mean to talk about the books that they specifically put in there for you. More important than that. We finally got confirmation that Sonia is taking care of Gundam's hamsters.
Oh, true. True, Sonia went for a walk with one of the hamsters.
Yeah. Also, not that we haven't mentioned it before, it's not really something to do with the story, but I would like to bring up again that when Nagito was on screen and we saw his left hand being all manicured and stuff and looking very Junko, I said that he cut off his hand and replaced it with Junko's left hand because he is just infatuated with her and like something. And he was like, no.
That's taking it way too far.
That's way too crazy. That's never gonna happen. And then that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Like literally everything I said.
I still don't know about this chapter yet. And I'm guessing we can still die, or everyone can still die?
I don't know.
Something is still gonna happen in this chapter.
It's easy to follow when you know the plot. Touché, Alex, touché.
We started V3.
Nice. Heard mixed reviews about it, but that one, but the first one was really good. I keep hearing people either say 2 or 3 was their favorite one, so nice. Tifa, in a few days I will be honored with your people. Nice. Getting closer to finishing the Cobalt Clan. Very nice.
You shall have a seat of honor.
Talking about
Princess Cobalt.
Talking about Cobalt things, Tifa, once again you didn't do the gacha off screen.
Yeah, I know.
Screen, not off screen.
Maybe I'll do it tomorrow.
Yay! Honorary Cobalt. No.
The bot recognizes you.
Wow. Okay.
I was actually...
That's impressive.
I know, right?
Not you, the bot.
Ow.
You didn't do anything. Bless Saint Nagito. No. No. Nagito can get lost. I missed the stream yesterday. What important things did I miss? First of all...
we literally just did the recap.
First of all,
how are you doing?
Hello Shrift. We literally just finished the recap. But since you know the game, we are... It's fine, it happens. I did it again. You get the gist of it. We're at the beginning of chapter 6 and we are now investigating Hope's Peak Academy.
Yeah, we started the investigation, everything is glitchy, everything's confusing. Nagito chopped off his hand. That's the recap, yeah.
Yeah. Bam!
What are you doing?
putting on the game.
Oh, there you go.
Also, we just got finished reading the second copy or the second in the series of Manga for Months. Wait, I just get back to the stream. What did I miss in Danganronpa yesterday? Fair. Nothing. It's still an amazing game.
Madness. Absolute madness.
Ironically, Tifa, the cobalt mount is literally a seat being carried by flying bomb creatures.
Yeah, I saw the picture in Discord the other day as well.
Impressive.
I would go to places like that.
Wait, I was listening to a recap. Can you explain it again, please?
Okay, recap after recap. Basically, I started the recap, then Jack wasn't really agreeing with my recap, so Jack took over the recap.
When I asked people whose recaps were like better, people voted Tifa, so I shut my mouth for a moment.
So I continued the recap, but Jack didn't really like my version of the recap, so
Because
he
it's
recapped my recap and basically redid the recap.
And now we're here.
And now we're here.
Yeah.
That's how it all happened.
Indeed. Let's leave this place.
Spinning flame turtle, it looks great.
That also looks great.
I would happily, actually, I was gonna say I would happily travel to work on that, but the moment I step off, I would not anymore.
Ooh, it's like the Matrix.
It's leaking the internet. Literally.
Raw. I still don't get what the raw has to do with anything.
Maybe it's war.
That's what I was gonna say next. Wallace, have fun with the Discord.
You joined the Discord. Welcome.
Good thing we know what this place is, don't we?
Oh, there's a plushie under the table.
Oh, what the hell is this room? It's freaking cold in here. It's like I'm in a freezer or something. If I just stand still, I might end up freezing to death. Well, wouldn't you know? I should hurry up and investigate so I can get out of here already. But first...
Oh, there's another... Ooh.
That looks
That
creepy
art
as fuck.
looks pretty cool. I wonder if the bodies have been taken out. Oh, it's the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
Also, one thing we did not do in the recap, the amount of times I had to say Hope's Peak Academy while reading out these mangas.
True.
There's another manga just laying around here. This time the title is...
You can't just shorten it, by the way. No?
No. Someone took the time and effort to write this text.
It's probably copy-paste.
You copy-pasted. Manga for Tifa, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That took you a second, didn't it?
No, it did.
Here we go again. I knew it. The next one would obviously be about this incident. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, huh? Just what was that incident really all about? It might turn out to be something lame. I flipped through the pages of a manga and hoped that I was right. Here we go.
Looks pretty cool.
A story about a creepily drawn... Blalala. A story about creepily drawn characters who get involved in such horrifying incidents. An incident known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Is this drawn so grotesquely because the incident itself is that grotesque? Say incident one more fucking time.
It's gonna come in the next line.
Yeah. Excited to play Isaac tonight, all new biomes. I'm scared and delighted. I've avoided all spoilers about this for the last 2 to 3 months. I hope you have a blast. And I still don't think I'll ever touch that game with a 10-foot pole.
No, I'm not sure. Could be fun to try out.
Nah.
Like the co-op I've seen with Beth and Fody seems like a lot of fun.
I don't... Watching it, yes, I understand why people like it. I don't think I would enjoy playing it myself.
Alone, yeah, okay. I prefer watching it then because some of the enemies in there are pretty cool. But co-op looks hilarious. Would do that.
Anyway, the beginning of his creepy manga starts with this sentence. The tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy was simply the trigger. At first, the uprising by the reserve corps students that triggered the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy was initially hoped to be resolved quickly, but the situation continued to escalate to dangerous extremes. The movement started spreading all over the internet and fostered a thriving online community, also known as Reddit. The community was not limited to students, and people of various races and nations began joining in. But the movement was not confined to the internet and began spreading and eroding the real world. When the movement started, it was indistinguishable from any other demonstration inspired by social unrest. But as it spread across the world, certain abnormalities soon came to light. By then it was too late. The ends and the means had vanished, and wanton destruction became their only goal. The strong butchered the weak killed the weakest among them, and soon the weak formed factions to brutally murder the strong. As the violence and death continued to spread, the shock of their actions began to disappear, as if the era was regressing to more uncivilized times when senseless deaths were the norm. The media was oversaturated with deaths to the point where people would watch them while enjoying a meal.
So nothing new.
Yeah, basically the 21st century so far. By the time the world realized what it had become, it was too late to stop what had happened. A feeling of immense despair began spreading and eventually engulfed the world. Acts of terrorism and coups d'etats began occurring around the world. A war waged in the name of despair. A war fought not for principles, religion, or personal gain. Just war. Pure war. And because of that, there was no way to resolve it. How could a movement started by high school students progress to such a hopeless scenario? The only explanation is the existence of a certain organization, devoted to a certain student who influenced Hope's Peak Academy, a group called Ultimate Despair. Instead of using Hope's Peak Academy's talents for the sake of mankind's hope, they used them for the sake of mankind's despair. Key members of society used their influence to brainwash the masses in order to spread despair. Tech-savvy computer programmers wrote software to spread despair. The powerful and influential created new values and morals to spread despair.
What were they spreading?
I think it was hope.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And with this, they created the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. As long as ultimate despair exists, the despair engulfing the world will never end. The tragedy will never end.
No, you.
Well, it's deep. I still don't know shit.
Not that much.
Still looking forward to watching Rainbow playing Mario Party with you guys. It should be Friday night. Getting carried through some challenges, and I keep seeing that. BOI. The problem with me seeing that is that that is literally the Dutch word for bread roll. If it was a lowercase l.
A ball.
A ball.
Yeah. Oh no, a bread roll is literally bolletje.
Fuck off.
No one says ball.
Binding of ice.
Ball is more like a ball. Bolletje is the bread roll.
You are bolletje.
I'm just saying.
That's our body types. Bolletje.
Yeah.
It even sounds the way it looks.
It hits close.
Bread roll of Isaac, basically.
I thought you were thinking of the company Bull.
Should be late around 8 p.m. if I'm available. I'll be recovering from my surgery. Sending you all the... Is it... Can you preemptively wish someone a speedy recovery?
I never know what you say in English in these situations. Like what is the word recovery for... No, I don't think that's it.
Why not?
Like, sterkte.
Speedy recovery is accurate.
Okay.
Yeah. How about we don't try to listen to you come up with things to say in another language?
I don't know, it seemed longer than...
No. No.
Fair enough. Regardless, speedy recovery, Evie. Hope everything goes smoothly, goes well. And it's Saturday, you're back on your feet.
Yes, you can preemptively say that. Thank you, Wallace. How about we listen to Tifa's new phrases all day? No, I stopped her there because the thing she wanted to translate has a very different connotation. It's not meant that way and it doesn't carry the same thing in Dutch, but it would in English.
What?
I would imagine that wishing someone strength kind of has a different spin to it.
Yeah, but it means the same thing.
No, it doesn't. Because connotation matters.
Yes, but it does in Dutch.
We're not speaking Dutch.
Yeah, but that's why I'm saying it does.
Tifa, other than you and a bunch of people that were also born beneath the sea level, no one speaks Dutch. Yes.
No, wait. English.
Yeah, it's the same word.
Probably gonna...
It's the same word.
Well, it should know. Let's go for English British.
Wow.
Strong points. Maybe let's not go for that. Okay. Besides, all of you speak Dutch. See? Oh, maybe not.
Wow. And of course, it picks the pretty racist one. It's amazing. I imagine I'll be fine. I've been through far hotter hells. Hence, the preemptive speedy recovery. I could see how it would work, but in English, people would look at you a bit off. Kinda sounds caveman. Yeah, so it sounds Dutch.
I'm used to that. Should see Germans look at me sometimes.
Well, yeah, wishing a German strength. We've been down that road. We don't do that anymore. For good reason. People got the wrong idea back then.
I suppose that is true.
It's true though.
Do I have one better one?
Unfortunately true.
Well, yeah. Doesn't really fit.
My heart was racing in my chest, but my body felt ice cold. This is funnily exactly the same emotion I have when you try to do a recap.
No. I feel like it's gonna be the chicken delicious one. Fuck, never mind.
No.
I tried.
Stop trying,
please.
The
bot is not on my side today.
Just stop trying. And it wasn't because I was freezing in this room. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. This is definitely all made up.
Oh shit, that has barely ever happened. A double redeem.
Fodi and Tifa broke for RNG.
Yeah, that is a really small chance. With how many are in there.
Quick, buy a lottery ticket. Double whammy. Double herrings in a barrel. I mean, if this is really true, then what's happening in the outside world? My family, my friends, the convenience store I frequent, the nearby bookstore, my favorite restaurant. What's happened to them?
Hey, are you seriously yelling at a manga? How crazy are you?
If it helps.
Well, sometimes you just gotta let it out.
Who would enjoy reading something like this?
Oh my, you don't like manga? A high school student who doesn't like manga is like an office lady who doesn't like to eat candy. Wait, an office lady eating candy? Is that
I
really?
don't get it. Who doesn't like candy?
Yeah,
I mean,
but
I think
like
most people like candy.
the office lady comparison? Wouldn't like policeman eating donuts or something be a better one to put in?
That's just a cliche.
Yeah, but it's probably also a cliche. But at least that's a cliche I've heard of. Well.
I've had physical reactions to books, most notably House of Leaves. Books have made me cry. Other than that, I haven't really had reactions to books.
I've had. Even though I don't know House of Leaves, but I basically only read very specific like fantasy books. I don't read anything else.
I literally measured my words. That's impressive.
I need to look that
It
book
must
up.
be a good book if it can like instill this kind of emotion. It's a huge stereotype in America that office workers and receptionists always have candy on them.
Okay.
Doesn't that have to do with the fact that in a lot of office places there is like a jar of candy at the reception desk? Like I know I've been to places like that, and like...
Actually, fair enough. We have peppermint at our reception.
Yeah. Like doctor's offices and whatnot? Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that is... Even though in offices, I don't see it that often at the receptionist. More like at Chinese restaurants where they have those bowls of those little...
Not just Chinese restaurants, but one Greek place we sometimes have gone to also does that.
And the Greek restaurant we sometimes go to.
And basically every other restaurant too, if you think about it.
Like not candies, unless you count peppermint as a candy.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, Wallace. Normally the off-brand stuff that you can't find anymore.
Oh, fair enough. Never thought about that, actually.
The story about a house that's bigger on the inside than it's on the outside. It's told from free perspective and is one of the best books I've ever read. It's quite the journey. I've read it 7 times. Okay.
I wish my house was bigger on the inside than the outside.
Tifa's stomach is bigger on the inside than it's on the outside. To use D&D terms, I do believe it is a bag of holding. There has to be a pocket dimension somewhere in there.
Yeah, what can I say? It's a skill.
No, you don't.
That is super handy.
Enough. What is this messed up manga?
I thought you'd obviously know about such a horrible event that destroyed the world. But for you not to remember that, such despair. That's the Future Foundation's fault, though. Thanks to them stealing your school memories. We still don't know why they did that. The incident that happened during the period has been completely removed from your brains.
Why do I have a feeling that they removed our memories on purpose so that we would be impervious to the despair everyone else is feeling?
I have no clue.
Losing memories generally is considered a bad thing, but if you're losing bad memories, it could also potentially be a good thing.
It could. It really depends, I suppose.
House of Leaves is a trip and I really wish I could experience it properly in audiobook. Maybe one day. This incident really happened and I actually forgot about it?
Let me quickly write that down, by the way, before I forget tonight.
There's no way that's possible.
House of Leaves. There. Now I don't forget.
Losing memories is a good thing if it involves forgetting about your favorite movie, TV show, or your favorite video games. There's a bunch of them that I would not mind playing again for the first time.
Oh, like that.
Like Danganronpa.
Well, I'm not sure.
The only books I need are a Bible and the US Constitution. Yeah. To say it with my fake southernness. Bless your heart, Enric.
Thoughts and prayers.
You gotta read it. The page layouts inspire feelings. Okay. We're gonna check it out later.
I might check that out. How many times do I have to tell you? All the clues here are real. Please understand, I'm rooting for you.
Please understand.
If you don't learn about the full extent of the outside world, you guys will suffer for it. Do you feel like you're suffering?
Plenty of times, yeah. What?
I just want to help you guys so you can live well-adjusted lives in the outside world.
Wish there was a course like that that prepares you for a Tifa recap. I see. So that's how it is. That's what he meant by what he said at the beginning.
So I wish I was better at recaps.
I wish you were just mediocre at recaps. He's trying to make us feel despair toward the outside world, so we want to stay on this island. But there's no way I'm going to do what he wants. Despair like that simply can't exist. The outside world should be filled with hope. Just like no. Perhaps... No, that's definitely it. whether or not this incident really happened, what in the world is this ultimate despair group? If they're devoted to a certain student who If they're devoted to a certain student who guided Hope's Peak Academy to its destruction, are they connected to both the tragedy and the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy? Plus, that organization isn't just one person, but a group of people. But if they're known as Ultimate Despair, they're high school students, right? Well, if they were actually able to do it, then I guess that's why they were called Ultimates. Then, are the killings we're involved in connected to them as well? It's no use. I'm going to freeze to death. I'm at my limit. I need to get out of here. Shivering, I ran out of a freezing room. Good thing we picked up that plushie first.
Well, we're happy.
I feel like that for Danganronpa. We're happy about what?
We're happy you're experiencing your probably first super slow run of Danganronpa.
That's why I watch other people play it, so I can experience it for the first time again vivaciously. Yeah, I know, but... Whew, that was close. I nearly froze to death. So, where should I go next? Well, whichever place just opened up, because we've been everywhere else. It's not this way.
Well, check the map. There were 2 classrooms that were open. So there were 4 rooms in total on this floor that seemed to be open.
Oh look, now this place opened up.
They were open.
No.
Yes.
Tifa, 5B was closed first, 5A was open.
Okay, well there were 2 open on the map. Just saying.
No, I should ignore it. I was going to pretend I didn't see him.
And of course you click on him. Why, hello, Hajime. I hope you're doing pleasingly well. Are you pleasingly well? You're pleasingly well, right?
What are you doing here?
No. Well, there was another thing I needed to tell you on this floor. Are we really gonna go through all 5 floors? I got bored of drawing manga. Can you forgive me for telling you by word of mouth? No.
Word of mouth?
That's what it says.
Word.
What did I say?
Worth.
Oh, well.
Well, your mouth ain't worth shit, apparently. Wow. You should have done that from the beginning. You should have thought of it earlier. I didn't want to read your manga in the first place.
So we'd rather listen to him?
I don't know.
Okay. A high school student who doesn't like manga is like a sumo wrestler who doesn't like eating hot pots.
I'm getting really fed up with your babbling. Hurry up. What did you need to tell me?
It's about that key piece of information you've been waiting so long for. Surprise! It's about ultimate despair.
Huh?
Even though the term ultimate despair refers to a group these days, it was originally the title for a high school girl who was the most powerful, evil and feared person alive. Junko?
A high school girl? Yes.
The sister?
You could almost say she was Nagito's left hand in a way. Sorry. Oh, come on, I had to and you know it.
Lady Junko Enoshima.
Junko Enoshima?
As the former ultimate despair, she created a despair brimming with charm and humor. And created the ultimate despairs.
And that's why the other game is called Ultra Despair Girls, isn't it? Because they're all girls. And in that game you're gonna go after them.
At least it continues from here. There was one really horrible person in that group.
Don't fuck with me. Now, hold on a sec. I don't know what the Ultimate Despairs are, but it's not that easy to form an organization. There's no way people would just join some fucked up organization created by a high school girl.
You'd be surprised. Depends on the high school girl, I suppose. Humans who are obsessed with their philosophy have an uncanny power to attract others. It's a trait shared by many famous leaders throughout history, right? There's nothing strange about that. And that holds true for Lady Junko.
Title of the game is spoilers. Like the move Search for Spock. I wonder if they search for Spock in that movie.
Who are they searching for?
I think Spock. Could be a hunch. Ultra Despair Girls is a trip. Yeah, it's gonna be next. That's looking forward to that.
Looking forward to it indeed. It's like Finding Nemo. I wonder who they're gonna find.
Nemo, hopefully.
Or who they're looking for. With her charismatic.
Charism. Man, I wish I had me some charism.
With her charismatic ability to attract people, she even influenced those in the highest echelons of power.
You're lucky I'm gonna let you get away with it. Because I think there's two pronunciations for that word. Echelons and echelons.
Echelons makes more sense.
It's like route and route.
Potato, potato.
Or itinerary, which is how you spell the fucking word, and itinerary, which is what normal people say instead.
Aluminum, aluminium.
It's aluminium, and you know that.
Tifa, tofu.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
Jack, jock.
Same thing. UDG is the shortest Danganronpa game by a good deal. You're gonna regret those words. Why just play that game for 100 hours when a normal person takes 5 or something like that?
I'm quite sure we can prove you wrong.
But also one with the most gameplay heavy quotes on that. Okay. Isn't it a shooting game? We're gonna find out.
From what I saw when we bought the game, it's very different from this.
I always pronounce aluminium as aluminium.
There's only one way to pronounce aluminium.
That's very nice of you, Evie. I do the same thing. It's very different, yes. Doesn't have to be bad, but looking forward to it.
Her connections were the main reason that incident became the tragedy in the first place.
Jack, you pronounced it wrong twice just now. Not like you, Jack. Yes, I always pronounce aluminium as aluminium.
Yeah, I don't see what's wrong there. Right in my book.
So she even recruited people who would have been in a position to neutralize the threat? Then what was her purpose? Yes, for the aluminium.
Yeah, looks the same to me.
I'm a dirty American that doesn't pronounce the second I. I cannot not do that. Like, reading it out like that just feels like a crime.
I actually never heard it like that until like maybe last year or something. I'm not even sure in which sentence. Or where. What?
Like I said, why did they cause that incident? It doesn't even make sense. They had a purpose, right? There's no way they'd do whatever they did without any purpose.
It was Junko and Oshima's despair.
Huh?
For Junko and Oshima, despair isn't about purpose, a set of principles, a way of life, or an instinct. Despair is what defines Junko and Oshima as Junko and Oshima.
Who are we talking about?
I'm not sure, wasn't it Makoto?
When I type it into Twitch, a red line appears beneath it. Typo!
Yeah, but Twitch is a typo.
They have a different amount of syllables. I don't care. Hello Nando, how you doing? Happy Wednesday.
Hey Nando, how you doing?
What are you saying?
I'm a stuffed plushie. Hajime is a human. It's exactly like that. Oh.
Are you getting motion sickness from voicing Monokuma now?
No, that's just hiccups.
Good.
Junko Enoshima is full of so much despair that she's truly hopeless. Living, dying, eating, loving. For her, everything is despair.
What the hell?
You forgot shitting. Because eat well, shit well.
It's not gonna be a catchphrase.
I'm gonna print it on a t-shirt.
Come up with your own stuff to say.
I don't care.
Like start calling people plebeians again or something.
Well. No?
You really gonna go there?
Maybe.
Do your lines.
With her overwhelming force of personality, Junko recruited the ultimate despairs one by one.
What? Junko did something before the events of the first game that we saw?
Well, the question is, who is in this game then? Because if there's more, then...
The others.
Yeah, but then I'm saying then Junko might not actually be back, and it's just one of the others.
Well, once again, I would liken this to the Metal Gear Solid series in a way, where the will of a particular character becomes the driving force behind a lot of the events. Same thing here.
True.
Such a foolish peon. Tifa should call followers colonists. No.
You're all part of the colonies. Do you have the power to give you all your own colony? No.
No, we don't do that anymore in Europe. For good reasons.
Quite sure.
Fuck you, Fody, for putting that idea into her head.
Colonist Fody.
Do your lines.
She controlled their despair by taking advantage of their love, hate, grudges, and anything, really. Junko's despair is far more dreadful than any other. That idea had been slammed right into their minds. Oh, no, so... I'm not sure where I was going there.
Love you, Jack. Love you too, but...
No, I like that idea.
I don't, and you will not do that.
You can make a mix, like then we have...
No.
The farmhands on the
No.
colonies. Colonist farmhands.
No. We will not do that.
Farmhands colonists?
No, we will also not do that.
Well, I'll think about it.
No. We're not gonna go down that slope.
I think it's too late. I think we're already down that slope.
I'm willing to cut the stream if you keep going. No. Read my lips. No.
Fine.
Tifa is for true colonies. Exclamation mark colonies. I'm gonna put that in. And we'll always tell the same thing.
You are part of the colony. Colonies do exist. So, the ultimate despair who had been recruited became nothing more than Junko's limbs.
Say it.
I just said it.
No. Say what's on your mind. Say it.
Then I'm still not agreeing with this. Like, why would you even do this? And how?
Because you don't understand how far people are willing to go for the things they believe in.
I know that people are willing to go to a certain point, but still they're high school students.
Clearly, you don't understand what exactly that means.
I think I know what a high school student is.
Okay, on a serious note, do you remember reading news articles about high school students in Europe, for example, one day getting up by themselves, traveling down to fucking Syria and joining ISIS on their own accords because they believed in their cause?
Yeah, but
People
still...
will literally do anything if they believe in it enough.
I'm just saying I didn't guess the game would even go there, and I still believe that is not how it works. But then again, we also have Mekumaru, so...
Yeah,
I can't really say
there is
anything about that.
thing, and there's the fact that this is an over-the-top video game, so you put the two together, it's not that far off at all.
And Fody, no you. Laugh, laugh. I miss
High
Megami.
schoolers are devastating in anime. Yes, they are.
That is very true.
Jack, that's more about grooming than belief, but I see where you were going. Yes, I agree with that, but I still did it. So, I mean, yes, there's a process to this usually, but in the end, that person was so invested in it that they did it. So it worked, which is horrible, but high school students are by far the most emotional and irrational humans in existence. Yeah.
Yeah. I can agree. Puberty, man.
And a small splinter group of these high school students will grow up to be Karens. It's creepy.
I think that's all by far like the most creepiest thing about having a kid. Like, what if it turns into a Karen? No matter how much you try.
Then your child will be an orphan at 32. Easy. Still your line, bro.
Yeah. All despair, whether it was their own or anyone else's, was dedicated to Junko and Oshima. Like believers making offerings to their god. What do you want as an offering? Benjamins.
You two not talk about colonies anymore.
Well, that ain't happening. Like a mother providing food to her children. They dedicated all despair so they could escape from despair, all in Junko and Oshima's name. For example, they killed their families and friends, and even destroyed their bodies through relentless mutilation. Okay.
Not condoning this, but I expected something like that.
That kind of seems like where it was going, yeah.
Wait, are you gonna tell me that all the people that ended up joining the ultimate despair gave up one of their own body parts to replace it with one of Junko's corpse? Because I think this is where that is going.
I want to say that that shouldn't be possible because Junko got squished like a dime.
If that actually happened, there couldn't have been an arm either.
Yeah, but that's why it doesn't make sense.
So once again, we didn't see the body afterwards.
Yeah, but
13-year-olds are the meanest humans on the planet. It's a John Mulaney joke. If I see a group of youths that will cross the street, 13-year-olds will say the thing about you that you don't like instantly. Like, ha ha ha, you got feminine hips. What?
Regardless, youths are brutal.
Yes.
And to hopelessly top it off, they completely believed it was something that they had to do.
There's no way something that crazy is possible.
Well, that I definitely do believe.
Hajime, you should learn about how a cult of personality works.
Do you know about the final days of the Reserve Corps students during the tragedy of Hope's Peak Academy?
Final days?
In other words,
Junko has the power to change people's values. This is also true of famous people throughout history.
Hey, what do you mean final days? What happened to the reserve department?
Well,
of course.
they probably not. They fulfilled their role as disposable limbs. You might be right, but maybe not, as in Junko's. They believed in what they needed to do. And so the 2,375 students of the reserve department all committed mass suicide.
You just Dutched in your English. 2,357.
Oh yeah, true, I said 75.
Did you all decide on whether or not watching the show together on Discord? No, we haven't yet.
We haven't totally be up for it, but I think it's gonna be hard to find a time where everyone can, because of time zones. But we can definitely discuss that. Like, might as well if we're gonna watch it anyway.
Mass suicide?
What'd you say?
All 2,357 students?
Oops, it wasn't all of them. One person was excluded.
Don't tell me we're the ultimate survivor.
You really think that made us an ultimate? I wouldn't say we are the ultimate survivor because of that though. Because technically they all committed suicide. It's not like we survived.
So the ultimate person who did not go along with the 2,357 other students to commit suicide? It doesn't quite have a nice ring to it.
But we didn't survive it. We chose to not do it. I think that's a very different...
One person was excluded. Huh? Is that me? I don't believe it. There's no way I can believe this. Ultimate despair, Junko Enoshima. It doesn't scare me at all. I mean,
Bastard!
Junko Enoshima is already dead.
How does he know?
Double truth bullets.
She's a queen. You still need to speak to them.
I can check out the despair. Hey, Fuyuhiko, is it true what you said? Junko Enoshima is already dead? What? You didn't see? There was a book called Manga for Morons, Killing School Life in that bloody classroom. A bloody classroom? No, wait. Was what? Blalala. No, wait. What was that you said about the killing school life? Like the killings we're involved in, there were killings that happened at Hope's Peak Academy. As I recall, the mastermind took their own life because the remaining students worked together to defeat her.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. The killing school life ended up failing in the end. As a result, the 6 students who survived managed to escape from the academy.
Hey,
For manga about the killing school life, it was drawn with a lot of silly images and dumb gags. Well,
I wish we saw that.
wouldn't we know about that? According to that, the mastermind behind the failed killing school life was Junko Enoshima. The mastermind took her own life, which means Junko Enoshima is dead. Can we say that name a couple more times? Maybe, preferably like at least twice in the same sentence? Turns out that killing school life was part of a whole biggest, most awful whatever incident. Junko took away the memories of former students of Hope's Peak Academy and forced them to kill each other.
Deja vu.
Former students of Hope's Peak Academy. She took away their memories. That's just like us. Apparently, the whole thing was being filmed by surveillance cameras and broadcast worldwide. There's a limit to being a cruel asshole. The surveillance cameras were broadcasting the whole thing. The students of Hope's Peak Academy are widely known as symbols of hope. By forcing people to watch these symbols of hope kill each other for the sake of survival, they were trying to fill everyone who watched the broadcast with despair all at once. That's messed up. But that mess... can't speak today. Let me have a sip of water.
It's because of the repeatment of a lot of words.
Junko Enoshima, Junko Enoshima, Junko Enoshima. Deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper.
I actually caught myself using the deeper and deeper line today.
When exactly?
In a group chat that you were also in.
Okay. But that messed up plan was stopped. Junko Enoshima has failed. Junko lost to the students she placed in her trap, and after being overcome by the despair she created, she took her own life. And Junko is no more.
Can we
Can we talk about something else? I mean, we've just established this, I think, 4 or 5 times over, but... No matter how horrible she was, there's no reason to fear someone who's dead. Whether Monokuma's story is true or not doesn't matter. Junko Inoshima isn't alive anymore.
At this point, it
She's
also
alive, isn't
doesn't really matter though. Like, if you have gotten this big, you are not you anymore, if that makes sense. You're like a symbol.
You've become an icon.
Yeah. It's like you may kill Junko, but there will be someone that takes her place.
Yeah. Someone who wants to overcome, or who wants to best her at what she did, or someone who looks up to what she did and wants to accomplish the same thing, or a number of things.
It's kinda how it works.
Yeah, unfortunately. Feels like it's not even a name anymore. Yes. And who is our enemy? If Junko Inoshima is already dead, are the rest of the ultimate despairs behind this? Are the followers of Junko carrying out her will? That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, the killings were involved and resemble that killing school life. I don't know who the hell is imitating Junko and making us go through this, but an imitation is just that, an imitation.
No shit.
If the students from Hope's Peak Academy stop the real deal, there's no way we'll lose to some fake. But if this is really an imitation, are those surveillance cameras the same too? Who said this is all basically a redo of the first game?
I never disagreed.
The cameras all over Jabberwock Island. Are they broadcasting to somewhere just like the surveillance cameras during the killing school life?
Didn't we already have this one?
But it's been updated now.
Oh, okay. Man, Hajime, you totally know about that story, huh?
Oh, what? Do you have a problem with that?
Well, I really wanted you to read the manga version since I took the time to draw it.
What are you gonna do?
Oh well, I'll just raise the flag.
Flag? What do you mean raise the flag? What's going to happen if you do that?
How exciting.
One step at a time. You're getting closer to clearing my character out.
You're not making sense again.
Well now.
Now then, I'll give you guys my all.
Imagine being in a video game, breaking the fourth wall this much and still not knowing what that's about.
I'll tell you everything I know, including information on the outside and the inside. I'll raise them flags like crazy.
Can we leave?
You still need to speak to Fuyiko.
I just did that.
Okay, then you can leave.
Oh, now we're down to the 4th floor. Nice.
We glitched through the floor.
It changed to a different hallway again. It's so sudden. What's going on to make something like this happen? No, I've already decided that I'm not going to be surprised. That's right. There's no time for me to be surprised by something like this.
So we're basically gonna go through all of the floors.
Every single damn one of them. Yeah.
Go speak to Akane first. That's how I act to when someone speaks to me. Like, hey.
Do you also bump that chair the whole time?
Yeah, sometimes.
Akane's twitching. Thank you, game. It's very easy to read the text when there's a big black blob on the text.
I'm
Can you read?
twitching my nose.
Akane is twitching her nose like a beast and examining her surroundings. That's not your nose, that's your left cheek.
Oh, here, it's my nose.
No, you're twitching your left cheek.
It's the only thing that I can twitch. Oh, it makes my nose super itchy.
Hey, what happened?
Based on my gut feeling.
I feel like someone's getting closer. Like us.
What do you mean? Who?
We are pretty close with your underwear after all.
True.
Storing it in the chiaki bag.
Too soon.
I don't know, it's just my gut after all. I don't think you have a gut anymore.
But still, her gut is pretty impressive. For some reason it's strangely intuitive. And Monokuma did say something about the main cast coming. It's surprising, but Her gut must be correct again this time.
Some of the characters from the first game will have to come back though.
Let's find out.
I really think the survivors from the first game are gonna pop up.
That would make sense, I guess, depending on how much time has passed, if any. How about we take a short break?
Sure.
Awesome.
I really think they are the main cast.
Let's find out. We'll be right back.
B.O.B.
We are... Wow. I was gonna say we're back, but please. What?
I got hiccups.
Magical Tifa Belly, what is it you try to tell us?
That was good timing. It was like a school bell.
Was your stomach getting jealous of Akane's gut feeling?
That could be.
I want to be part of a stream too. Yeah. Ah, look, it's another one.
Well, now we can try...
Oh, wait.
No, we need to get the despair up. Get it up without her dying. Again.
Easier said than done. Okay. Can't go there.
I guess when there's too much poop, we need to clear up a little.
Yes.
Best tips in life. If there's too much poop,
You should clean up.
you should clean up. Is that a floating tombstone?
Yeah, this does not look creepy at all. Oh, look, it says hope at the top in Japanese.
Also, I do not recall this music room.
Yeah, we ran it like once. Nothing interesting happening here.
Well, it's not City Typhoon.
It's called a music venue. This looks like the music room. I feel like I can see something strange.
You feel like...
It looks like it's some sort of monument. Why would there be a monument in a music room?
Can we talk about how
Why
it's
is
floating?
it floating? Why does it look like a visual glitch? Why does it look like a thing I touch to get like a new move in a video game or like a quest in an MMO? Like...
Kind of, yeah.
And not just that, the mark engraved into a monument is the symbol of a future foundation, right? Below that symbol there's a short passage engraved. To combat the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, the graduates of Hope's Peak Academy were among the many who established a future foundation. I told you.
I told you.
No, I told you.
No, I told you.
You had a mild fight with Kirigiri in this room in the original game. Yeah, but so minor that we completely forgot about it.
Yeah, I really don't remember the room itself.
Huh? The Future Foundation was established by the graduates of Hope's Peak Academy? How are they known as World Ender? This is completely different. Monokuma, he completely made it up. No!
To be fair,
The super weird robot bear that keeps killing us lied to us. No.
it can still be like a different name for them.
This changes everything.
Also, if the world really is in such a state of despair, World Ender is not necessarily a bad name.
How do you see
wait,
this?
go
against-
left. Okay, no, never mind.
It's a mirror image of what we see here.
Yeah, I thought it was part of a bear sticking out.
Monokuma is not a liar. I refuse to believe.
But every time it's like, oh no, he tricked us. And instead we refuse to believe Monomi, but we believe everything Monokuma says.
Time to put a flag on the balcony. I'm with Monokuma.
Are you raising them flags?
I should have thought of it earlier. Yeah. Monokuma seems like an honest man. I mean, bear. Yeah, totally. I mean,
Very honest.
what is this? Words are floating in the air. This is like a hologram, right?
We're totally not surprised about this.
No,
okay.
not at all. The floating letters are forming a sentence. It looks like a passage from an email. Regarding the report we gave you the other day, We have obtained information. A person who claims to be a survivor of Hope's Peak Academy. Upon further investigation, there are a total of 15 survivors. You may be wondering about the number of people at this time. If they're survivors of Hope's Peak Academy, it's possible they may be targeted by ultimate despair. We believe we should acquire them and place them in our care as soon as possible. But I don't believe a group can go that far without Junko Inoshima rallying them. In a worst case scenario, we must prevent a repeat of the killing school life. Also, if they are survivors of Hope's Peak Academy, we should expect them to be quite valuable to us. However, we are still investigating the details of their origins and we haven't located them either. We will continue investigating this matter. Also, regarding a separate matter, we've received a report from the research facility on Jabberwock Island. Preparations have been completed. It seems we can proceed with the experimental phase of the Neo World program. It's a fancy way of saying New World.
You know what we should do once?
Tell me.
That kind of totally reminded me of Neopets.
I have heard of that. What is that?
Neopets is like my, I guess, childhood game. Like
So it's a video game?
Yeah, it's like this browser thing. You create like this little character and you can play games. Maybe we should have like a throwback 90s stream.
Does that still exist?
I'm quite sure Neopets still exist. Let me very quickly look. Neopets. Like Neopets was my life.
This website is not secure.
It's okay. But the Altador Cup. Oh shit, it's already 16
Whole sentences, please.
16 years old. Holy shit.
Amazing.
Was it .com? It looks
How
like
about we find out
nowadays.
after the stream, Tifa?
Yeah, it looks like nowadays you need to log in.
Shocking. A website you have
Or
to
like
log in to
everything
use.
is behind the login thing. I'm gonna look that up again.
Shocking. An online thing you have to log in for. Survivors of Hope's Peak Academy? 15 students? Is that about us? Excluding Chiaki, who was part of a Future Foundation, there were definitely 15 of us, but what does survivors mean? It's like we're talking from some other world. What happened outside Jabberwock Island? If the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is really true, then the world isn't normal anymore. Maybe? I'm starting to feel like we might be better off not remembering the memories we've lost. I guess that's all the clues in this room. It's finally confirmed the Future Foundation is on our side at least. They were founded by the graduates of Hope's Peak Academy and they took us in to protect us. But if that's true, Chiaki should have made that clear to us. No, as long as Monokuma was around, she probably couldn't say anything carelessly. Monokuma. If he's the Future Foundation's enemy, then his true identity must be the ultimate despairs who caused the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
I like how we keep repeating that though.
Yes. 40, good luck on the reboot. The ones who are carrying out the will of Junko Inoshima are making us go through this. Also, this caught my attention in the email too. What is this research facility on Jabberwock Island mentioned in the email? What's that about? The only Future Foundation facility we found was that ancient ruin. There's no way that's the research facility. If there really is a research facility on this island, there should be other Future Foundation members here. Somehow, there's still so many mysteries.
Yeah, like these floating items and these holograms.
Good timing with the sit-ups, Malix. Let's do it.
Right now.
Tifa, please confirm that the webcam is indeed working.
Wow, I lost like 4 hairs just now.
I am not shocked.
I can see you.
Amazing.
It is working.
You put this cable in my pocket so we don't actually rip it out. Not accidentally rip it out. You coming to join me?
I am putting on my sock.
I'm gonna regret this again, aren't I?
That could very well be. I'm a bit bloated today. Oh.
I feel like that's my permanent state. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Do you need a tailbone pillow, Tifa? 12,
No.
13,
I need a neck massage.
14, 15. That wasn't as bad as yesterday.
Like a neck massage would be very nice.
Want me to give you a massage?
No, you're very bad at that.
I was gonna say that would be a death sentence, I think.
Like you somehow always seem to make it worse.
Yeah, let me help you.
No, thank you.
Ugh.
No, thank you very much. And thank you for the steps.
Thank you very much. And now somehow I have a hair across my face.
It's probably the one I pulled out earlier with my headset.
Do you see it?
No. I do not.
And I guess it was on my face, and now it's like a phantom pain kind of thing.
Could be an eyelash.
You're welcome. Thank you very much. So we've been in here. Oh look, the rooms we can go into are lit.
Yes, that's why I'm saying the 2 other rooms were also open.
You're lying.
They were lit.
I think you're lying. Those are some very pixelated flowers suddenly. That's
I do
on
remember
purpose,
this
right?
room. I remember the conversations we'd had here with Miss Serial Killer.
Oh look, there's a list of subjects and it's all of us.
Yeah.
But
All of the names and an ultimate imposter.
wait, there is 15 names on the... Where's that hair?
3, 6, 9.
Hajime, Chiaki, Kazuichi, Akane, Sonia, Peko, Nagito, Gundam, Ultimate Imposter, Mahiru, Mikan,
Byakuya is missing.
Ibuki. Wait, that's a clue. Who's the 16th person?
Byakuya is not on the list.
Ultimate Imposter, he's on there.
Oh yeah, true.
Wait. Hajime? Nagito? Tero. Chiaki, Gundam?
Where's Mikan?
Mikan Tsuneki.
Oh yeah, there. Well, I'm sure we can check the board in a moment. Click through
You
first.
know who's missing?
Who? Akane, Sonia.
This bitch. She's not
Ryoko?
on the list.
I wouldn't be surprised.
There
if
is
she
no
is
Sayonji on
Ryoko.
that list on the left.
Yep, you're right. But could be that it's still all the way on the left. Click through, I'm sure we get to investigate the board.
This feels different from a classroom. It's probably the office, right? I mean, the room kind of has that stuffy teacher vibe to it. The office, huh? Now that you mention it, it doesn't look like that. More importantly, have you seen Miss Sonia? I don't see her anywhere. How much longer is this guy gonna be obsessed with Sonia? Give it up already. Oh, she's on the left, but why is she there alone? And why does she have her own, like, news article?
Well, it depends on what's on there.
There's something written on the blackboard. It's written here. List of subjects is written on the blackboard in large letters. Just below that are names I've seen before.
Jeez. I think we've seen this dude before. He was the headmaster or founder or whatever.
Yep. An extremely overwhelming portrait is hanging on the wall. I feel like I've seen it before, but the name etched into the placard says Hope's Peak Academy founder Izuru Kamukura. That was the guy that was the ultimate talent. Oh, the ultimate hope.
Something about him, but
Yeah.
also looking at this, I wouldn't call this like an overwhelming painting. Like, do you feel overwhelmed?
Do you need to be reminded that nothing in the room needs to be on scale? Remember the shower room in the beach house? That was somehow 3 times as tall as the whole building?
Yeah, okay. I'll take it.
The founder of Hope's Peak Academy, and his name, Izuru Kamukura. Doesn't this clearly contradict the information I obtained earlier? Damn it, another mystery. Yep, it does.
So what does this say?
There's a newspaper posted on the blackboard. Below that, Hiyoko Sayonji is written there. What is this newspaper? Yeah, I can't read that, that's just neat.
Look at how nice she looks here.
What is this? It says Miss Hiyoko Sayonji. This can't mean the same Hiyoko, right? I mean, the Hiyoko we knew...
She looks a bit older there.
Dramatically older. She was much smaller and looked more childlike. It was pretty much her defining feature. But the photo in this newspaper, in a way I can see the resemblance to Hiyoko, but her height and figure, it's too different from the Hiyoko we knew. What does this mean? For all we know, that could have been Junko dressing up as yet another person.
Could be. Could also be makeup. Like, makeup can do a lot of things.
That's true. Oh, my voice.
You went a bit high pitched there.
I went several octaves too high. What are you doing?
You always complain that I don't let you into frame.
Yes, and you're bumping everything.
It's the price you need to pay for it.
This lady looks pretty mature. Is she Hiyoko's older sister or something? No, it says Hiyoko Sayonji here. Oh, then Hiyoko has an older sister with the same first and last name. An older sister with the same first and last name? That's the only explanation, right? I mean, look at it yourself. That's not Hiyoko. But did you ever hear her mention an older sister? Well, it's not like I was that close to her or anything.
Like anyone was close to her. She doesn't have an older sister. Hyoko's the Sayonji family's only daughter.
Sounds plausible. Yes, 100%, clearly.
Well, I know it's possible, but...
If she doesn't have a sister, then a relative? No, there's still too much of a resemblance.
What are you saying?
That's Hiyoko.
Huh?
Of course not.
What are you saying? Hiyoko doesn't have a curvy body like this. I mean, she was famous for a childlike figure. She got away with all kinds of crap for looking like that.
Well,
I don't really see that on that picture, but...
She looks dramatically more mature than the Hiyoko we met.
Well, that yes, but... Saying about the mature, curvy figure... Like, that's hard to tell in a
Compared to how we met her, yes.
Fair enough. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe she had a growth spurt.
What are you saying?
After dying.
She's already dead. There's no way she could have had a growth spurt.
today I'm feeling white.
You say he's feeling white.
That's what I heard.
How are you feeling today?
I'm not gonna repeat that because... Talk about slippery slopes.
Well, regardless, all the clues I've provided are true. If they weren't, it wouldn't be fair.
What's going on?
What the heck? This is the truth? If this is the truth, then the Hiyoko in this newspaper...
Well, like I said, makeup does a lot. And the way she has her hair also already makes you...
Is he really saying
different?
this is the same person? That's impossible. I mean, how can there be a photo of a grown-up Hiyoko when she's already dead? Why does this even exist? Could it be related to that list of subjects over there? Huh?
This is bad.
If it says subjects, maybe it means it was some kind of experiment, right? Did that experiment change Yoko's body? What am I saying? Just saying it out loud makes it sound messed up. What experiment?
That's also going a bit far.
If it's some kind of experiment, it would mean that we're also test subjects, right? I mean, our names are also written on the blackboard under that list of subjects. But what kind of experiment was it?
What's going on?
It better not have anything to do with time travel. It's gonna be time travel, isn't it?
This was like this little hint that they threw in there. But I don't really get the meaning
look,
of
there's
it.
another hologram. But first,
The flowers.
flowers on top of a desk.
How weird.
Plus, that looks strange to me. Are my eyes just tired?
This is what the world looks like without glasses.
Does it?
Almost. It's like the same kind of pixelated feeling everything has. Like sometimes you can tell what it is, but it's like very fake and blurry.
There are letters floating in the air like the music room from earlier. Looks like a passage from an email someone wrote. I think it's the same one from earlier. I guess I should read it. We understand this matter regarding the survivors. In order to save... I need to go to bed. I think I need a break.
We can make it a short one today.
In order to safely acquire them, please do your best and continue your investigation. However, you must exercise extreme caution concerning the remnants of despair. Even though they have lost Junko Inoshima, the fact remains that they're incredibly dangerous. Even after her death, the tragedy has not ended. Perhaps there is still a leader on par with Junko Inoshima. As long as we do nothing about the remnants of despair, we will not be able to end this incident. For this reason, the remnants of despair must be immediately eliminated once they are discovered. Everything is for the sake of a shining future. Immediately eliminated? Does that mean this is an order to kill them?
Oh.
That doesn't sound peaceful at all. Well, I guess that's understandable. If the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is as terrible as it sounds, it's pretty much all-out war. If the remnants of despair are the ones waging that war, there's no way they'd be forgiven that easily.
I see why that seems to be the easier way. Okay, with this, you've totally raised all the flags on this floor. Congratulations, Hajime! You shall now go on to the next stage.
Next stage.
Off we go.
So, now we leave and then we'll be on the third floor.
I really wish I could move like this.
How did I know? Damn it, not again. Do you mind if we call it a night here?
This looks modern.
Because I think we both could use some sleep. Especially me.
Yeah, can do. Like I said, we can make it a short stream.
Why can't I check for truth bullets?
Because you need to get all of them, I suppose.
Or maybe it's because of the thing we're currently doing.
Oh, now that you said this? Now you jinxed it.
Getting really close to the end.
Oh, nice. Wait, if we're really close, that means Sunday we might actually finish it, no? Does that seem plausible?
That could be.
Because Friday we are not streaming Danganronpa.
Yeah.
We will
Do something else.
probably play Struggle and finish
It's called
that.
struggling, and hopefully
struggling.
the answer is no.
Count on us playing Struggling. Maybe something else, but don't really know yet. 3 more streams. Oh, I thought you said we're close.
Tifa, we're collecting truth bullets. I'm pretty sure it's safe to assume there will be at least one more class trial.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Just a feeling. You know, based on the structure of the game so far.
But then again, 3 more streams is kind of close. Like, that's not bad.
True. That is true.
Which means it should be doable in 1, normally.
For normal people, yes. For us, not so much. Nah. Let's find out on Friday.
How about we take this time to go to Yomo?
Yes, I don't think we've ever been able to raid Yomo.
I'm not sure actually.
So let's use that opportunity.
I came back at the wrong time. Yeah, no worries. Jack is really tired. Jack made me tired now.
Tonight sucked and I only got like 3-4 hours of sleep. Nothing wrong, I just couldn't fall asleep. And now it's beginning to kick in.
So we're just gonna go to bed early. Just so you know, Shrift, Friday we're not streaming Danganronpa. Next Danganronpa stream will be on Sunday.
Indeed. Get some rest, bro. I will. I'll try to get some sleep today. It would be nice. Damn, go to bed, Tifa. Take care of yourself. That's creepy, but thank you. I appreciate the sentiment.
How old do you think I am?
Looks-wise or acting?
Yeah, I can't even argue that.
I came back at the wrong time. Thank you. Thanks for streaming. Thank you all for hanging out with us. Sorry it's a short one today. But we will be back on Friday with not Danganronpa. You're not old. He's not old. He's just your son, Axlor. No, I'm gonna reject that.
Could make things very awkward, so let's. I'll not go there.
I can tell you that might be something from a fanfic about us, but this is not canon. Not in the mainline universe. Not according to the creators. No.
Already disowning him? Oh, I don't even need to. His family already
Tifa,
does.
start to dance. Thank you all for hanging out. We will be back on Friday. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, thank you.